not been arrested or sacked yet, so.
Oh
my god!
that noise just.
So what's a half marathon?
Well, it's think of a marathon.
No, they're not anal beads. They're prayer beads for my anus. I'm about done.
My sick mind was great running, Daddy.
Keep running a train on me, Daddy.
Right, please. Oh shit! Oh, drum roll, please.
Episode 30, baby.
Oh, we beat the majority.
They said it would never happen.
They said it would never. Well, who said?
Wait,
No one's
who
ever
the fuck's
watched
saying
it,
this shit?
so I have
My
no
mum.
idea. Oh, fuck that
Son,
bitch.
you'll never amount to anything.
You know what? You can drink one on your mum's behalf.
Oh,
Fuck
here's
that
to you,
bitch.
Do people still dab? Is that a thing? I'm going to dab.
Just send it. You know what? We're going to start this off right. We'll each take
shit.
a vial
Right, here we
from the
are.
Halloween
hopefully it doesn't taste vile.
Here we are pouring these fucking shots out. Thinking,
Oh, look at the flick of the thumb.
Look at the flick of the thumb. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 30 of The Long Story Short.
It's good to see you still here.
smells good.
Passion. Oh, and fruity.
Gentlemen, what am I drinking?
Every last drop. That is raspberry vodka.
No, that's Crusoe? Passoa?
Oh, is it? Oh,
Passoa.
I thought it was... Oh,
Pussy-oa.
yeah, legit. You just ruined the fact that now
Pussy odor.
sounded like we were drinking something good, and now
Thought
we're
it
drinking...
smelled familiar.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or not?
We got a few more, to be fair.
What else? What we got? A magic box of tricks, bro.
We got Skittles, we got...
So we
Alcohol.
thought for episode 30, we're coming in style. It's another drinking pod.
Yeah.
It's only been 8 pods since the last
And we're only
drinking stream.
doing this for you. We're actually driving, but we thought just for you,
drive,
we've got
baby.
our drunk driving licenses, so don't worry.
Drunk driving
If you've been
license.
here long enough, you'll know what that means.
Reference
If you
episode
haven't,
something.
then
Yeah,
please do not report us because we're not actually drink driving.
But you know the trick, don't you? If you're
yeah,
drink
yeah.
driving, just drive really fast so that you spend
Yeah,
less
yeah.
time on the road. Safety
got back
first.
really quick.
Safety first, baby. You know, if you leave your
hilarious shit.
seatbelt undone, you can actually get out of the car quicker so the police can't catch you.
Oh, genius. Well, actually, if you're on a scooter, you just dump the scooter.
Hey,
and
you
then
know
leg
what?
it.
Yeah, just fucking just
Last
drop
episode.
the scooter by any Jehovah's Witness, bro, and they'll take the blame. They'll take the blame. So it's all good. I'm actually out of beverage all of a sudden. We started this.
Oh,
We smashed the whole bottle.
Way
of
longer.
Sierra
We
Pie.
just smashed.
We've been
the
shooting
entire
shit for
bottle.
like 20
2
minutes.
cups. We've been here for way longer than we should have been. What's in this?
Oh, I'm
You're
drinking it from
drinking
the bottle. It's
straight. Yeah, I was gonna
40%.
say- I was going to say, you've been-
40?
well, that's essentially like Kraken, but
It's like crackhead.
cheek man Kraken by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's a little. It's a little cracking.
Oh,
You want a little?
I don't know if I want a
Colour is
little
not
Kraken.
appealing.
Yeah, I don't know.
That colour is not
Coffee
good.
liqueur.
Well, it's also...
Why is smelling it?
Wait. You know what?
Give it a test.
Cover all 9,000 taste buds.
Smack it up.
Lab it up.
Aerate it.
Aerate it. Oh, that's got a tingle that goes down with it.
Buttery
You know what?
biscuit.
Flaky.
It tastes literally like an espresso martini.
It does, yeah.
You know what?
We should
very
have made
strong
espresso
espresso
martinis
martini.
with that.
You know what? All you have to do is pour it in a glass with some ice, and I think that's practically an espresso
that is
martini. It just tastes very strong. Would you like to try a
I
swig?
will try a little bit, yes.
I'm
why
kind of
you-
like, I was about to go back for a second swig, and then I was like, actually,
That's why you don't trust a place if they go around the back to make your cocktails.
Yeah,
Because then
yeah,
they just, here's one I made earlier.
it's art attack. He's just like, here's one I made 4
Neil
days ago.
Buchanan fucking whips out a fucking espresso martini.
Just in a bottle, just. They're just the £3 cans from M&S. They're just like,
Yeah.
£15, please.
Actually, speaking of which, I got a Guinness because you know how stout is my thing lately. Reference last episode.
He's so fucking old.
Yes. I'm the age of this podcast.
Hey, yes! Oh, we finally caught up.
What does that mean? Year and a half old? No. Yeah.
Give him a month, gang, and
Yeah, you'll overtake
he'll
me.
have. Well, no, actually, by the time we do a next podcast, which is probably in our style of not once a week but once a month,
Every fucking week.
it will be your 31st. And it'll also be our 31st podcast. So
Yeah.
A month.
then a year later.
2 months.
you know what?
32,
one a
baby.
month, 12 a year.
You'll also...
I learned a valuable lesson last week. Never go up to a black barman and lead with Negroni, please.
Jesus. Cut it out. Cut it out.
like,
We're getting
have we
back.
got any Roni?
Alrighty. Well, you know what? That's for you.
I don't think you should encourage him.
It's borderline racist, but also kind of funny. But well, just make it look like you're being punished.
I'm not going to censor it, but YouTube and Spotify might.
You know what? If we get banned, it's on Luke. But if we don't, then
It's a drink, everybody. Come on.
It's a drink. It is a drink.
What am I supposed to do?
Yes, we're actually filming this Halloween special.
After
Halloween.
special. Well, actually, yeah, it's the day after Halloween.
Yeah, rip.
No, it's not. It's Halloween night. What are you talking about? We're all dressed up.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice lattes are not here.
Luke's dressed up as Kev from Kevin Perry.
You seen that?
Up as
What's that meme? I think you
a
shared
fat
it.
guy that isn't quite as fat as he used to be, and Arthur's a centurion.
You're not melting into the sofa as much as
you know what?
you were.
How much space is on this sofa in comparison to what it
You
used
need
to
to
be?
start lying down, bro.
Like, goddamn, there's a bowl between us.
There's a bulb in between.
There's a hole. There's some holes in this house.
Yeah, well, have you seen that? I think you shared it, actually, that meme of like all the white girls running once the pumpkin spice latte comes out.
Yeah.
What was that scene from like, what is that? What is that?
Yeah. What are those?
It's a white woman.
Oh, it's a white
woman's Instagram. Bye-bye.
They love it. They love it. So, gentlemen, what have we been up to as of late? Luke. I'm looking the wrong way. So I was like, you know what? Johnson. Right, I've inherited that from my father, so I'm going to completely blame you, Dad.
Arthur Wiener.
No, so
My dad called my sister our dog's name earlier.
you know what?
He's losing it.
He's never quite gone that far, but literally, bearing in mind, I'm a one of 5. But I have 2 sisters, and my dad would literally just go like, Matt, Dan, Josh, Grace Befford. I'd be like, which one do you fucking want? Which one do you want? He's like, you. And I'm like, fuck's sake, what
Fucking
are
calling the register like it's
He's just
school.
like-
Like Matt Jodder.
He'd be like looking at one of us. He'd be like, Matt, Dan, Josh. And I'm like, you just said it in the wrong order of what we were born. And I was like,
Madan Josh. How you doing, my son? My son. Madan Josh.
my boy. How are you doing, Madame Josh boy, Grace Bethan?
Hi, puppy.
I'm the most recent boy. You should remember me the most.
Yeah, I was the one you had last, boy-wise. Goddamn. I was once the youngest, and now I'm somewhere in the middle.
When you said register, it always reminds me of that fucking, is it Key and Peele thing? Where it's just like reading out the register.
Aaron.
Fuck with me, Aaron.
When you said register, I was more thinking of the Nonce episode.
Oh, shit. Ice
After
cream.
searching down big boys. Yeah.
Timothy. But that is that's a really good shot. It's not up yet, actually.
Oh, it will be by the time this
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be up.
Head on over, by the time this is out, head on over to our reels, because there's an hilarious reel about Arthur's time as an ice cream man. And he had the kids screaming.
He
as
had
well.
the screaming for a
Fuck's
cream,
sake.
that's for sure. Goddamn.
It's funny and
FBI,
accurate.
open up.
Is that someone banging to tell us to be quiet? Mm-hmm. Oh.
It's the FBI.
It was actually the FBI, but it's only 9:10. So, fuck them. Anyway,
You said Luke first, so Luke, what have you been up to?
Luke, what have you been up to?
Put you on the spot, motherfucker.
I can't really say.
Oh,
And cut. Well, we've just had a very sick party at Josh's, haven't we?
we have indeed.
Le Halloween.
La Halloween, yes. So, okay, I guess I'll start where I've been. Comicon 2.0. We have just been away for the weekend as of October.
I will oblige. I'll throw the pictures up.
Yes, indeed. Just hit them with the
We don't even need to ask anymore.
Yes. Yes, as we overlay some photos of the weekend away, we'll see
debauchery.
the Vikings, the weird other people, and whatever
look
else
sick.
comes up. No, I appreciate it, bro. It was a lot of effort and a lot of money, but my friend Sess come in clutch with the fucking outfits for a group of us, actually. It was fucking dope. Honestly, like, considering like she hasn't done any cosplay stuff in ages, I don't think that just being like,
wouldn't
do you
know.
mind? Yeah, honestly, like literally
So
all
I
of
didn't
us.
throw the picture up of your sword last ep, but yeah, have a look at it now. It's so
Honestly,
good.
Like it was fucking nuts. Like all carved out of wood, all leather work, all everything, all actual, well, not actual fur, but like the fake fur that you can get.
Actual fake foot.
Actual fake fur. Oh, yeah, you know.
Real, genuine leather fake.
Real, genuine fake. It's like when you go to a fucking Turkish market. He's like, yes, it's a Gucci Yana. Oh, it's genuine, not Gucci.
Dolce and got it off the back of a lorry.
Yeah. Dolce and straight out of the factory next door.
Louis Futon.
Yes, brother.
You could tell I was thinking about that for like a minute straight.
We're all thinking of another one right now.
Yeah. The clock, mate. You know what? That just gets me like. It just makes me think of the dudes in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
No, yeah.
no lane.
Yeah, hold on, that sounded well
splash,
good.
yeah. Well, hold up. Wait a minute. No
splash.
homosexuale.
No gosh.
No Hugo Boss. Go home with Ross.
No Paco Rabanne.
Go home with a man. Yeah.
Or my nan. She's very lonely.
Oh, my nan. No,
Keep her
not
warm.
like this. Yeah, please stoke the fire. Take care of her. But anyway, yeah. So we had a sweet weekend away at Comicon. We have returned. I'm a little bit run down after
A crazy
many a
hectic
nights.
night.
Yeah, oh mate, honestly, like it was just like we had people just walking in at like 4 a.m, waking up the entire room, like, oh yeah, I just did this and that and the other things, and I'd just be like, fuck. And then as soon as I'm away, you know, they know, but I cannot divulge. But I'm gonna leave it to the imagination of the crowd.
Gee whiz.
You're playing Scrabble, right?
Yeah. You know what? No, it was a late night Sudoku session between a 4.
But it wasn't just Sudoku. It was that one where it's Sudoku inside 9 Sudokus.
Oh, that's
Fucking madness.
A lot of Sudokus. But yeah, so I get waken up at 4 a.m. for a heavy duty Sudoku session. Oh, that's empty. And and then I was like, well, now I'm not sleeping again. So I'm going swimming at 5 a.m. And you bitch comes in, passes out. Yeah, honestly, we had a pool, a sauna, a hot tub. Shit was lit. But I probably slept about 12 hours over a 5-day weekend. And I was like,
no wonder you're run down.
I am run down. And then I come home, I lie down for about 8 minutes, and then people turn up, and I was like,
Man blinked. I've slept.
recharged.
That's like Uncle Vernon's power nap in Harry Potter 1. Have you seen
I was like,
Throw it up, Arthur.
you know,
Thank you.
throw it up.
A wizard and a thumping good, and I'd wager. Once you trade up a little.
Sit in the chair, just like, and back up again.
It's like when you go to a buffet and it's like,
Nostrovia.
sit down, brilliant, and the buffet.
Yes. You go on the all-inclusive holiday, and you just do that thing where your ass just touches the seat, and then you're like, well, now this is where I'm sat, so my ass has hit the seat. No one can take this table to the buffet. Like, why anyone ever actually sits down? They just walk over to the table like, this is where you sit.
You might as well walk with your plate, eating from the plate as you join the back of the queue again. Start.
It's like,
all over again.
I would understand if the plates were there, but you walk over to the table to then walk back off and then go and find a plate. It's like, at least you could go over and pick up
Fucking
the plate.
self-service. What is this bullshit?
It's like, why did I even bother looking for a table before a plate? But alas.
The plate's more valuable at that point.
But yes, indeed. But yeah, so I feel fucked, but it was a good party.
That's
I mean,
why
we'd
he's got
like
the
to say
shades
all of
on.
these Halloween decorations were put up just for this podcast, and we could keep that illusion, but alas, it's dual use.
Dual use.
Recycled, if you will.
Here
Here at the Long Story Short, we care about the environment.
Well, actually, here at the Long Story Short, we're known for leaving Christmas trees up for fucking months.
I did say that. I was like, I can't wait to see how long my Christmas tree stays up, because Arthur's normally the one that goes, enough is enough. But now I live on my own. That's a 6-monther. My birthday would probably be the time it comes down. The next party, I'll be like, you know what? I should probably take this down.
Well, I mean, there's going to be Halloween next year. Why bother taking it down?
A pop of green. It comes great. You know what?
Greenoween.
You know what? I might just never take any of them down. I'll have just like a combination of Halloween, Easter, and Christmas. That'd be great.
It was actually a signature thing of the local pub where I live, just like this fucking rundown village where it's just horrible. Like my place is known for people being fucking shot and doing drugs and all sorts of shit. And the local pub,
Wokingham, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well,
Woking, sorry, not Wokingham.
not Wokingham,
Upgrade
darling.
the man for free.
He just got
He's
upgraded.
got the free upgrade.
Yeah, he got the room upgrade.
People pay a lot of shit for living in Wokingham, you know.
From Woking, ham.
Yeah, a bit of meat makes all the difference.
Yeah,
You know what?
The old,
ham goes a long
get
way. Yes.
Bit of it.
no one will know. It was
Yeah, that's what
called
the Sudoku player said this weekend.
Yeah,
Bit of meat goes a long way. You know who you are.
but yeah, the old Birch and Pines, it was called, and they just had their Christmas lights up all year round.
Excellent.
Who gives a fuck?
You know what? I'm fine with that as long as they're not always on. Or they're always on.
Well, I think it's more that the pub changed hands every like 3 months because everyone was like, "I can't deal with this." It's fucking awful.
I can't take them down. I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell. I can't take this.
I ain't got a ladder. I'll have to sell. Shit, sorry, I do apologise. I'm actually sipping my shot, which is the most retarded thing.
Come on, brother.
You were trying to make it last until episode 31? I mean, what's going on? So I did the Oxford Half Marathon a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
That was good. I really enjoyed it, actually.
This is why I love our podcast, because I didn't even know you did that.
No, neither. And we don't actually talk to each other until we come and sit down.
We wait for this.
Like the party the other night was the first time I've seen these two in like fucking.
Yeah, it's been ages, actually.
We're like, can we do the podcast? I just haven't seen you in ages.
We were
It's
actually
just a
gonna use
reason to
these
see
as,
each other.
we were going to use these as punishments.
Oh, now we're just fucking sipping.
We're just drinking.
I mean, these
Like
are going down
margaritas on holiday.
far too quickly.
going down real smooth. Well, I just don't have anything else.
This
to
is
drink,
what
so
set
I'm just
me
like,
off the
you know
other
what,
night,
this is-
bro. Just
Oh,
hit me.
it's just.
So what's a half marathon?
Well, it's think of a
14
marathon.
Imagine you got a cake, right? Cut it in half.
Take a slice.
Half the calories. That way you can have twice as much.
Hey.
Yeah, you know it was coming. How many miles?
So that is 13.1.
13.1. How was that?
At that point one. My God.
Got that last stretch.
Motherfuckers there like
For the boys.
Oh, I'm chafing.
Please, no more.
For the boys. And for you guys watching this painful podcast where we have to be quiet because someone's knocking on my ceiling.
No, that was
That
Arthur.
was me.
That was Arthur.
That was me. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I've been here being quiet. I'm about to get loud again, people. Like, I'm here like, oh,
You
yeah.
think after
Oh, I
that
wonder why you would
fat
like-
I lost all my fucking
thought
like.
you were
I was like,
joking.
oh no, I've been like, yeah, legit. I
After
just,
that fat party we had the other night, just a bit of talking, and everyone's like, "That's why I said FBI open up."
I'm here like, so yeah, I had a great weekend away. Had a fucking sick time, boys. Woo-hoo! There we go.
keep
Right.
it
I was like,
down,
this is a really nice, calm, serene Josh
this is
telling
what
us an
I mean.
ASMR story right here. And he's back. He's back. So yeah, it was really good. It was
Fuck
really
your story.
It
Back
was
to my-
okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to tell my.
How did you run? He waddled 13.1 miles.
I mean, the running wasn't the interesting, but I've only got like one funny thing from this from the event.
He shit himself.
It was really.
Oh, we did
I did a Paula Radcliffe.
That was it. I forgot her name.
yeah.
Quick shit. Like the Nepalese in Tesco. I'm just saying.
I've seen it happen. We've seen the security tapes.
Was Paula Radcliffe a piss or was it a shit?
Probably a
I thought
piss. I hope
no,
it
I don't
wasn't a
know
shit,
now.
if I'm honest. But there was a lot
Arthur,
of people
throw it
at
up.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it up.
Zoom in.
And also the Nepalese shitting in the supermarket. But
Yeah.
why not?
I'm not sure I can throw that up. I don't want to touch it, let alone throw it.
Couldn't possibly
Throw it
throw it
at the
up. I didn't eat it.
This one's for Elliot. Just
So yeah, no, it was really busy as we were running around. Like all of the streets were like lined with people. Loads of people like clapping and cheering as you do. Loads of people with signs, like obviously for people that they know.
Just
Like,
stop
Forrest.
oil.
Run. Yeah, they just
Actually,
they run into the fucking middle of the street and just throw fucking like UV paint into Luke's eye. It's just like, fuck you, oil boy. He's like, I'm running. I'm literally saving the environment.
I've got nothing yet. Yeah,
I'm doing the thing you want me to do. I'm using no fossil energy or anything.
there were a few guys running around with Free Palestine vests on. I was like, I'm not sure what you're doing really here to help this, but you got a long way to go if you're going in that direction.
Motherfuckers running to Palestine.
If I run another mile,
Fuck it.
Israel will stop bombing.
Yeah, 13 miles for Palestine for the boys.
Well, I've done my bit.
Yeah. Good job.
And then there was loads of signs being held up, like "Come on, Richard!" Like, "Oh yeah, you go, Mel," all that sort of stuff. And towards the end, I saw a sign that caught my eye, and it said
Watch it.
Oh, I wish it was a really big sign with big bold writing saying "Great Running Daddy." And in my twisted mind,
Yeah, legit.
no, this is
head's gone
obviously
dark
this is
immediately.
obviously a cute little sign, probably made by a little girl, like for her father, running around. And all I got in my sick mind was "Great running, Daddy." Yeah, I was looking
Keep
at it.
running and train on me, daddy.
Great job running those 13 miles, Daddy. Can't wait for you to run a train on me tonight.
I want those 13.1 inches, Daddy.
Oh, shit.
Daddy gonna provide.
But was that actually a young kid or something as well? You sick fuck.
There's like a
see.
10-year-old just like...
I didn't see.
I just saw the sign, officer. I just saw this sign.
The sign was hiding the face. So next story. What have you got? Anything?
Fucking hell. I've been away. I've been to Wales, chaps. Had a nice little couple of weeks. Well, actually, it was only a week away. Jesus, bro.
You've
Blowing
had
the
loads of
smoke
little trips.
in
Yeah,
Yeah.
motherfucker's like on holiday every week now.
Yeah. Well, I'm always down Cornwall, or this one was Wales. I got another holiday hopefully planned. It was good. To be fair, I wish there was a whole host of debauchery to tell you.
I feel like we've had such a long break that all of us are just like, what have we actually done?
Who are you?
Like, who the fuck are any of us? Like, all we're doing is like, yeah, I did some shit. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Don't know what to talk about.
Did a marathon.
What did I do on my holiday?
Yeah, this dude's so half-assed he couldn't actually be bothered to do a marathon. He was like, half's enough.
I need a story for the pod.
Half's enough. Like, goddamn. I think I did at least a marathon's equivalent of walking.
26,
this weekend,
26.2 mark. No.
I did 60 kilometers this weekend.
60.
Yeah, and just walking around Comicon.
That is, it's about what, 44?
Yeah, I drove around the M25 as well, Ken. What are you on about?
No, walked around
Oh,
Comicon. Walked
geez,
yeah,
man.
60
That is
kilometers
nuts.
of walking.
That's
Yeah,
so
not
good.
bad, right? Not bad. Tubby couldn't have done that in the past. That's for sure. I'd have been like, get me the mobility.
Oh, imagine the sight of you rolling around Comicon.
Just a Viking. Spider-Man, just a fat Spider-Man.
One of those,
in a
like
fucking-
lycra
yeah.
Spider-Man outfits. Like,
Swinging from the tree.
Have you ever seen the disabled Spider-Man where it's just like, there's a man, he's just in a wheelchair and his like legs are limp.
Oh, I'll tell you something. I was in Bournemouth as well, right? And I'll show you this now and I'll throw it. Oh, should I throw this up? I'm sick fuck. There's this disabled guy.
0.1 second of it, I know.
Which is not funny.
It's fucking
People
funny.
are disabled, guys.
Yeah, but it's a disabled guy on a dance floor.
Doing pole dancing.
Okay.
How
looks
cool
like
is
Luke.
this?
Why does it look
It
like
does look like Luke.
what?
I was like,
the disabled
fair
part,
play.
not actually the... Oh,
But he doesn't look that interested. He's sort of giving it a go.
Say, oh, it looks like Luke, the disabled part, not anything else. You motherfucker.
It just reminded me. I was like, fuck.
No, amazing. I mean, you know what? If he could have pulled himself up the pole on a wheelchair, I'd have given extra props. But all he was doing is kind of like dancing.
Spin a wheel, spin a
you know
wheel.
what? yeah. Yo, watch me spin. Watch me. Yeah, just got that.
Yeah.
Fucking just a DJ that's just like run it back.
Or that
Ba-da-dun, ba-da-dun,
is it
ba-da-dun.
Little Britain episode where he just pushes it on the floor and then spins the wheel and goes,
Hey, push me.
Yeah.
no, what's happened to you?
Oh yeah, mate, that fucking voice always used to kill me. Just
Yeah, you got some
How'd you
old
get
Little
down?
Britain references today.
Yeah,
Coming in
I
hot.
know. Fucking hell.
coming in hot.
So, something that. Please do cough, it's fine.
Please
So-
do cough.
I think you're going to sneeze, to be fair. Why have you got
most
anal beads
tremendous
on your
cock.
No,
microphone?
they're not anal beads. They're prayer beads for my anus. Well, they were around my wrist, but then I was like, actually, I'm probably still a little bit too fat. So,
The funny thing about my wrist is it's on my ass.
My bloodstream is being cut off. So I was like, you know what? The microphone can get the holy diver.
So something I did do in Wales was the Hot Ones challenge.
Oh yeah.
No
It
way.
was so fucking good.
What?
Cooked a bunch of fucking wings, man. And
Any videos?
one of the couples. So video pending because it's in production. So by the time this goes out, I'll be able to throw it up. Which will be
the time this
slightly
goes
embarrassing for me because I think the hottest one got to like 1 million Scovilles,
That's hot.
which is hot, but there are hotter ones out there.
No,
right?
you know what? There's only 1.4. They've just
Oh, really?
1.4 is meant to be. It's like the hottest legitimate chili.
I don't feel that bad about my reaction. now, then.
They've just they've genetically made a new chili that's 2.4 million, so double the current
Who the fuck's
hottest.
making that? Terrorists.
Yeah, mate, legit. Motherfucking ISIS, just like, you know what, fuck it, we're not winning this, so let's just give the white people
This
some,
is how we shall
let's
get
give the white
Israel.
people some TikTok content and they'll fucking start dropping. because they'll do it. They just give them.
That's what we need. We need to free Palestine from the Louisiana Grim Reaper chili.
Carolina Reaper.
They're all like for Israel, isn't it? They're just like it's kosher. It's kosher.
That's what they're bombing.
They're just giving out Doritos covered in this new fucking thing. They're like the one chip challenge, baby. Good luck, Godspeed, and good night.
Do you know what? I call bullshit to that challenge until I try it for myself because I just
mate. You know what? You heard it here first, folks.
They probably sell it. The set, like
you've heard it here first.
Well, the one chip challenge.
No, the hot one.
Oh, the hot one. Yeah,
it's £100.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's £100.
Capitalised, isn't it?
It's about 10 quid a bottle of actual fucking sauce.
Well, the thing is, we didn't actually know what the order was in heat. We had 10 actually.
I think it goes to I think it's like 60, 120, 240, like 312. 560. It just keeps going up. It goes up in like no. Double it. I've just watched it like fucking 100 episodes of Hot Ones, man.
So I think would you like a hot wing or double it and pass it to the next?
Imagine doing that with like scovilles. This is one Scoville. Double it and give it to the next person. I'll give it to the next person, thanks.
Philip Scoville.
Mate, you know what? Oh, god damn. Don't double that and give it to the next person. He'll be fucking
It's
kids.
2 million Scovilles, but he's 16 years old.
It's too many for Scoville.
Oh. Yeah, that's a bit old.
But yeah, not gonna lie, it was challenging on the mouth area.
On the mouth area.
I'm glad that's where you put them.
Motherfucker just breathed like in the general direction of someone and they're just like eyebrows singed off.
I ended up with yogurt, which fucking well good.
Yeah,
it's just that instant relief because as soon as you don't have the yogurt and you like it's gone after a few seconds, you're like, here come the pain. It's horrific.
You just need one of them big buckets of yogurt.
Here come the
all night.
Here come the just like a 5 litre jug of Greek
spreading
yogurt.
it on my body.
Just there like he just all over his lips because he's like
I
just look at those mega tubs of yogurt in the supermarket. I'm like, who's buying this and what are they doing with it? Like
one chip challenge, baby.
So anyway, buys it.
You know what?
Really? What does he do with it?
Tub of yogurt. I think he
saying,
makes bread with it.
Luke just said he feels like it's bullshit until he does it. So I think we do.
Well,
next
just what I was going to say.
We buy a one chip challenge.
We need to do it. We need to do a hot wings challenge or something.
Just one chip, though, as long as we're not eating too much. Because goddamn,
I don't want to do chips. It's not a 2-chip challenge.
But lest we forget,
too many chips.
episode 1 of Long Story Short was all about eating. In fact, episode 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, legit. We're just like I'm about double the size and fucking munching like a fucking pizza.
Actually, that was inviting comments, wasn't it?
Yeah, legit, dude. Like, if I think I get fat comments now, goddamn, man. If you go back to episode 1, you can really roast the fat dude. Goddamn.
The fat dude and eating poor form, Peter.
Don't do that on the internet. No.
So who's that really fat bitch that everyone hates? But they call her like the troggler, like.
The trans one.
I don't know if it's trans or not, but
was it from that chat show?
I don't know if it's trans.
I thought it was a she. But literally, all I saw
was it from the chat show with all like this fit girls?
That's what I'm
saying. The one they made into Jabba the Hutt. That
one. They all start talking, and then all of a sudden it's like mola hola hooshu.
So
solo.
And do you know what? I'm going to throw it up.
No, please throw up this one. This is the best one. There's a clip of her. And she's just like, oh yeah, like what do you like in women? And this guy's blindfolded on a blind date website.
Oh yes.
And he's just like, oh yeah. He's just like, blah. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, what do you think of appearance? He goes, you know what? It's not everything, but it's a bit of something. Like he's like, obviously got to be attracted to the person. And she goes, oh, that's fine. And then she goes, you can take off your blindfold now. He takes off his blindfold. He's just like, oh fuck this! Oh hell no! I'm just like, oh
shit. Do you know what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say that one where they have to hit the button and he hugged her.
Yeah.
Tactical.
I've seen that one.
Can I just get a hug?
Yeah, that's good too.
That was so clever, man.
He's just like, not today, Satan. 100 IQ, just fucking boom in that move. 200 IQ.
But
that's like the share split or steal game, isn't it? Where the guy's like, I'm going to steal. So whatever you do, I'm going to steal. Yeah, it's so clever, man. And that's the game show ended after that because the guy revealed the flaw and the cheat.
That is true. Yeah. Was it Golden Balls or something?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it actually stopped after that because they were like, the guy's cracked the game.
Carrot, what a fucking legend.
What do you mean he's cracked the game? What? Because he said I'm going to steal.
You get the choice. You could say whatever you want, and he just said, well, I'm going to steal it.
The premise of the game. So you,
You steal, no one gets anything.
Yeah, if you both steal, no one gets anything. If you both split, then
half.
you get half. And if one steals and one splits,
Yeah.
the person who steals gets everything.
So why on earth would you say I'm going to steal?
Because he said, I'm going to steal and I'm going to split the money with you.
Yeah. It's a way of conveying that the only way we can absolutely be sure that we will both get the money is if you just let me take it.
Oh, and they
I'll
stop doing
make
the game.
sure half
But
of it gets
surely,
to.
surely they can say that that's like not legit.
But if you, the only way you could challenge it, the highest authority you've got is to say, I want to steal it. But if you do that, no one gets any money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
genius.
is like, how can they legitimately do that though? Surely there's like a thing against that to be like, yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
You have the choice. You can either say,
It's a
you
negotiation.
can say what you want, can't you?
Yes. You're
It's a hostage
negotiating.
situation.
You're negotiating with the other player. So it's not, you're not
Yeah,
up
but
against
to be
like
like,
the game
I'm going to
master.
steal, and then surely they could just put in the rules or something. That if you take the money, you can't split it with the other individual.
No, that's the point though, because the most savage thing is when people are like, we'll split it. You can split it. I'll split it. You split it, and then they steal.
Well, that's what everyone had done
That's
up until
the
that point.
That's
Yeah.
the point. But what I don't understand is why they don't just caveat it in the rules of the game and say you're not allowed to do that, otherwise you just forfeit.
Imagine the game show host going, hang on a minute, you can't do that. No, he did actually jump in. He was like, you do realise that he has no legal obligation to split this money with you.
Right.
He did come in as like, he doesn't have to do that. You have to believe.
But what can you do? If someone's actually saying that and they're being so stern and forthright about it, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Do you know what's funny though? Is if you do that, game show winnings aren't taxed, but gifting someone money is taxed.
So, that was...
What is it?
Of course it is. Yeah, if
I
someone
can give
went
you a tenner right now. You're going to
you could, but up to £10,000. After that, it's taxed. So if you went, I'm going to give you
Wait, so £10,000 at a time, right?
no.
Per tax year.
It's not,
Per tax year.
it's £10,000 a year.
Per tax
It's
year.
either a year or every 2 years you can gift. And then it's 30% tax.
Listen, I know I work for him, but fuck the government.
Fuck the government. Like, mate, honestly.
Just overdub that.
Basically, you're
My
going to have to
employer.
work, and whatever you earn, we're going to tax it. And when you spend that money, we're going to tax it.
And we're going to
And
tax
when
it
the person
again.
that receives the money for the product that you bought, we're going to tax them for earning the money, for selling the goods that you purchased that were taxed.
Legit, they must
Using
get
the money that you were taxed on.
At the end of the cycle, they've taken 100% back.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, and all that money that you've been left after we taxed it, when you die,
Yeah.
we're going to tax it again.
And when your parents die and they gift you their house, we're going to tax that.
But that's what I had left after the taxes. No.
Yeah, a bit of financial
You're
advice.
teasing
is,
me.
Yeah, legit. So,
if your parents' house is worth more than 600 grand, then get them to put it in a trust.
yeah, trust is the only way,
Put it
baby.
in a trust, and then they can't tax the.
Trust me, daddy.
That's
The issue is the house.
what I need to say, actually.
You wouldn't be able to sell the house, but if you want to live in the property, then put it in a trust, and they can't tax you on it.
This is the long story short financial advice section.
Yeah, don't. I'd like to say that we're
not financial
legally-
advisors.
Yeah, we're not financial
Yeah, yeah.
advisors, and our legal advice is not legal advice whatsoever.
Please consult a financial advisor. We are not FCA approved.
Bingo, bango.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something topical.
Oh shit, Matt Perry, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Rest in pieces.
Matthew Perry.
Mate, literally, when I found out, I was in a swimming pool.
Oh my God.
Someone was just like, "Did you know Matt Perry drowned?" I was like, "Well, this is a poor choice of fucking like placement."
Could I be more
Yeah,
dead?
legit. Like, holy fuck! Like, oh, thanks for letting me know whilst I'm going for my morning swim, and now I'm gonna get out.
So genuine, obviously, rest in peace. What a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Participated in one of the best sitcoms, I think. You know, I mean,
he had a
actually,
lot
it's
of
debatable
issues,
by
didn't
some people, but like,
Very,
it's a
very
fucking very
good.
popular,
very good.
thing.
Regardless, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the best. It doesn't have to be the worst.
Yeah.
But regardless, very funny and still very relevant.
But you make a
Fuck
good
this
point.
one.
He'd been through a lot of shit, right? And
He's been in trouble for a while, hasn't he?
yeah, but the most interesting thing I found out about this is he wrote I don't know if it was autobiography or something.
Memoir?
I haven't read it. Memoir, something like that. And the last chapter or segment was all about how much he just fucking loves Batman. You know, I think people call him Matman and stuff like that.
I rate it.
And the
I
rest
rate
of it. And in he doesn't tweet a lot, or X a lot, whatever you want to call it.
X, yeah.
But in the days leading up to his death, he was non-stop tweeting about Batman, his obsession with it, all this weird cryptic messages and shit. So there's obviously immediately conspiracy theories online.
People trying to like piece it all together, right?
Well, the last chapter he wrote in his thing was all about Batman, and now the last things he's doing is about Batman.
And it was the last chapter of his life. Is
It's like
that
he
the kind of
knew
shit?
he was, yeah, literally all like kind of metaphysical, sort of prophetic stuff, and it's like, whoa,
Because there was a lot of
Matt
talk.
Perry, Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
I haven't heard from Batman recently.
Yeah. You know what? When was the last time you saw Batman?
I never saw them both in the same room. Actually, that's a good point.
See,
There was a lot of talk when they did the Friends reunion, didn't they? That he was just looking like
Oh, he
off
looked
his
awful.
mash
yeah,
when
I
they were doing
think,
the interviews and stuff.
I think, he can't. He said he hated like how he'd been looking for a while, and like obviously he gained a load of weight, which I think he was just like, he hated how like skinny he was. He was like, I'm fucking anorexic when he watched his Friends.
Yeah,
He said that made him really, really sad. Which, you know what, fair play. Like it's kind of one of those things that, mate, fame is one of those fucking fickle things, isn't it? Like some people just get eaten up, and some people can deal with it.
especially when you take drugs. I mean,
And drugs, man,
I don't know if
just
he was sober.
exasperate the. I don't know. You know what? I don't think anyone in Hollywood's ever fucking fully sober. I think, but no, I think it's not even. Well, sobriety isn't necessarily a fucking illegal thing. It's kind of you never know what's being prescribed to people that just make the amount of legal drugs we give people these days just fuck
mate.
them up.
There's so many people addicted to prescription drugs.
Like honestly, like it's fucking nuts. And you get all these people like, oh yeah, I'm depressed. Oh well, here, just fucking take all of these pills every day, and we'll just numb you until you literally can't feel anything. And then when you come off them, you're a crackhead. Like,
Oh yeah.
So
Mate, especially
we really don't
the spice, isn't it? Well, when did we chat about that? One of the episodes,
Yeah.
the old fucking spice on the streets.
Old Spice. Oh yeah, no, that was when.
that
was-
Spice, which by the way is still legal, but disposable vapes, ban them! Get them banned! It's taking money away from tobacco tax.
I mean, I genuinely think like certain things should be legal, but I call it the Switzerland approach because it's kind of like you know how like
I'm all down
they
for
can
people
be an
wanting
armed
to do
populace,
drugs
but they just teach their people right. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, no, you know what? Like, I'm all for recreational drug use as long as people aren't abusing it. And I think, you know what? If they fucking started selling cocaine legally and weren't putting shit in it and fucking any other drug, and you knew it was like legitimately safe and it was going to give you the high you wanted, if you overdose, okay, yes, you're in trouble, but at least it's not cut with fucking some crackhead's fucking washing powder. Like... and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, because people are going to do it anyway, right? If people want to buy this shit and they want to take these fucking substances, like there's fucking tents now at festivals that you can apparently go in and they'll test it for you and be like, yeah, this is okay, or this is shit. And like, they'll give
This
it
is
back
good.
to you.
Good to go, my friend.
That's some high quality Colombian right there, brother. Take it. Like,
There's some high quality
I mean-
N12CH2O or whatever the chemical formula is.
Yeah, well, fuck knows. But like, yeah, you never know. Like, they may well just be like, yeah, this is just bullshit, and just tell everyone it's fucking bad, and just be like, confiscate. And then the people that are testing it are all there, just like,
Plot twist. They tell everyone the drugs are bad.
plot twist. These
Do you
are
know,
mine
I
now.
just find this interesting conversation because it's similar to sex. It's like when you have this attitude of like, no, you don't want to do drugs. You don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't worry about it. You just get this picture as a young person that's bad. But it's like when your mum says, don't touch the hot stove. Like, I'm going to touch the hot stove and figure out that it's hot as
And then
fuck.
you're going to find
Don't
out.
touch the titty.
You know, and I think this is why we have an issue of like teenage pregnancy and stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah, there's
we're
so
kind
much.
of
No,
taught that
don't do it. But
it's
also,
taboo, don't do it, all the rest of it. And it's like, well, you don't know about it then.
whoop, sorry, audio listeners and everyone else. Just,
Yeah, imagine your parents like they were like, just whatever you do, just try it once. Just trust me, try it once. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
You will really like it.
It's gonna be a fucking dope experience, homie. I'll microdose with you. Get some fucking shrooms
And make sure you snap me while doing it because I
Yeah,
want to
like-
see.
fucking pupils the size of their like aliens, mate. They're just bulging out their heads.
No, is that what like people now or our age or younger are going to be like? You know, like I don't know if Snapchat will be a thing then, but you know,
I think we are very instilled into, you know what, even experiences. I think the issue is a lot of people, like some people had good experience, some people have had bad experiences, and some people haven't had any experiences with certain substances. And it's obviously, the people that have and have had good experiences are probably more lax to it, and they're just like, yeah, be careful. People that have had bad experiences are obviously very negative towards it. And I think the people that have never done it are obviously generally on the side of the worst, because they're like, oh no, drugs are bad. Like,
Well, it's the unknown as well. If
Yeah.
you regulated things, you could almost argue that they're safer because they're regulated.
Oh well, this is what I mean. Like, I think this is the whole like point of like why like marijuana in this country is illegal. I'll never know, because it's just such. Again, it's so much safer than smoking just tobacco.
Drinking.
Like, and
Alcohol,
drinking. Yeah, alcohol
is the worst killer.
The alcohol.
Excuse me while I just sip my
Alcohol's
beverage, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's why though. It's just so accessible and it's so easy to overdose on, because you build up a tolerance, you do it again. You build up a tolerance, you do it again. It's like anything, and it's just
the gateway drug.
Yeah, it fucking is, right? Like, but then alcohol's just an easy one, isn't it? Because it's legal, because so many real people like, and there's so much money made on it and stuff, and it's kind of like, oh, this is a nice thing to do, socializing and everything else. But it's just like, it's the exact same for the people that sit around and smoke weed all day. Like, yes, everyone's like, oh yeah, the crackhead stoners that can't like do anything in life. It's just like, but then there's also the fucking alcoholics that aren't doing anything with their lives as well.
Yep.
It's like,
Well,
we don't really kind of depict them as, oh, you know what, they're fucking wasters. But
you know what
guys
Scotland's
smoking weed in the morning is.
Scotland's way ahead of this, like in terms of being progressive. They've got these safe rooms now that you can go to use. So
The safe house boys.
yeah, right.
Lockdown.
It's the new scene on a Friday night.
Yeah. Safe house, mate.
We got a condo. Bring your syringe.
It's like what was it? The fucking like, you know, I don't know if you. Sorry, just to kind of butt in, but like, just reminds me of like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing where fucking they're like the bath houses for the gay people. Like, go here if you want to be gay, but go here if you want to do drugs. It's kind of
Sad, though,
Basically, and it's like you're out, you're in a safe place. People are looking after you. So if you have a bad trip or you fall ill or you overdose with it, you got people on hand to help you, rather than just in a dingy flat or like outside in an alley or something like that. So it's still illegal, like obviously, but you're in a safe place to do it. So like you said, if people are going to do drugs anyway, which they are, then you might as well be in a safe place.
I won't name a name, but obviously a friend of mine told me that he used to like mix a lot of drugs when he was like 17, and one night they'd all been down. It's like almost like a nature reserve. You know, the kind of place you'd pull up, you'd park, you'd go for a smoke or something, like just out of kind of sight, out of mind. And they were down by some like river. Apparently, this guy had taken too much drugs, fell in the water and drowned. Hit his head and drowned. And he's like, before anyone could kind of react, because they're all off their fucking chops, like one of their friends had died. And it's kind of like, yeah, legit, like 17-year-old boy fucking falls in a river, off his face on, I think, ketamine or something like that. I don't know, like they're all mixing whatever they were doing. But it was the drugs that killed him, because obviously he wasn't kind of himself. But like the actual drugs himself didn't kill him. It was the fucking fact that he couldn't kind of look after himself, and the environment that he was in is what then actually did.
Plus, no one else was able to look after him.
Exactly. So you know what, like,
that's why you need a high sitter. And we all know one of those. Trip sitter. That's right.
Yeah, we got
a mutual trip sitter that we know.
A mutual. That makes us sound like crackheads.
That's
we just know someone that looks after crackheads. But no,
that's definitely the thing that affects people the most. If you talk about drugs and
the environment
are ardently against them, they're like, I know someone that's died from it.
Yeah.
But and you get people saying, you can have an allergic reaction, which I often think, well, you can have an allergic reaction to anything. And also,
it's like, oh no, these peanuts have killed me.
Yeah, and for me, it goes back to the regulation thing, because if it's not regulated, who fucking knows what's in it? Like, that could have fucked you up. If I start snorting washing powder, that's not going to be good for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. At least, like, fucking give me a white powder bag with some ingredient list on it and be like, yo, this got the hypoglycerin in it.
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck cocaine's made.
I mean, look, there's a message on Lenore saying keep away from children, but they don't put that on cocaine bags, do they? So this is what I'm saying.
You know what? Yeah.
Clearly, I know which is the safer substance.
They say keep away from children, but they never say about adults. And I know plenty of the fucking dumb cunts that do that shit. No, it's crazy. It is crazy. Like, and you like to think that people would be. Obviously, we're talking about one day when we have children and whatever else, how we would raise them, and if the kind of issue come up, or you're like, well, how would you react if you thought your kids were doing drugs and shit like that? It's kind of
You're bumpy, bro.
It's not necessarily, be like, yo, brother, hook me up with a line about boom, bam, boom. But
Yeah, I mean, would you rather say
I'd rather
absolutely
be like,
not,
do it
never
here
do drugs?
if you're gonna have, because they're gonna do it behind
Well, I
your back.
say
and they're gonna
don't
just,
do as I say, do as I do. No, wait.
Do as I did.
Whatever way.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
Do as I did.
Do as I did.
Get off your fucking chops, lad. Just be around. And
Fuck, mate. Do as I did in the 2000s. Fucking hell.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, it's kind of one of those
2000s.
things, right? Like, I think this is why, like, my parents introduced us all to alcohol at quite a young age. Like, not ridiculously young age. But no, but
Here's your milk and here's your vodka.
yeah. No, I would say young
White
age.
Russian.
I mean, like, I mean, this is obviously a different time, but like 14, I'd be like, my dad would be like, oh, like, do you want to try a bit of beer and have a sip? And then 16, he's like, oh, you can have a drink with your meal.
Yeah. And you do that thing where you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
Dad. It was actually 0% Bex. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I guess the hope when you're
placebo
younger,
effect,
the hope is that you try it and go, oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Which is like
The
what I did.
alcohol
Yeah.
is horrible.
Mate, honestly, like, I remember being on holiday once. I must have been like 15, 16. And my nan ordered a gin and tonic, and fuck me, she obviously likes it strong, because I remember being like, I've never had a drink that's dried out my mouth. I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
It's fucking
parrot? It's just
Gandhi's
like,
flip-flop. What the fuck is it?
And I was like, yeah, nah, gin's not for me. It took me like another 10 years to be like, I'm trying. Like, I think I was like 26 when I tried gin again.
I never understood how anyone could describe a drink as dry until I tried gin.
Bruh, honestly, I was like, yo, what? I was like, I finally understand what dry gin is. I was like, this is
It's dry.
literally dried my mouth out. I
It's
was
wet,
like,
but it's
"God damn,
dry."
I'm just eating a handful of sand.
Yeah. I did that.
Do you want to pair it
Probably
with,
tasted less dry.
I actually ate sand as
do
a
you want to pair it
baby.
with something equally dry, if not drier?
Yeah.
Tonic. Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
Mate, that's why gin and lemonade is the banger.
Yeah, it's
Like,
good.
Holy fuck, man. Like, love a gin and lemonade.
So, I'm not a massive fan of hockey. However,
Wait, what kind of hockey? Ice hockey?
Ice
someone
hockey?
at work.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were going for.
No, that's it.
yeah,
If you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think
I'm
the
not
chap's
thinking what
name
you're
was
thinking.
Adam Johnson, but I don't know the team names. They were playing in Sheffield. So a hockey player has unfortunately
is that in
passed
the UK?
away. Yep.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know
He's
that.
an American. He was 29 years old, bless him. He's now unfortunately deceased.
Was 29 years old.
Yeah, I don't know what the stats are on
Bro,
hockey.
that's how old you are, is it?
No. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forget we're the same age.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bloody.
Fuck you, dolphin, and fuck you too, whale.
Yeah, I don't know the stats on hockey and how,
Congrats, you
fatal
outlived a hockey
things
player.
can occur, but
I don't know who this is.
but this chap, unfortunately, some geezer on the opposite team, obviously. If you watch the footage, check it out on YouTube. Adam Johnson.
Throw it up.
This guy lifted his
Gilmore,
foot
didn't
so high up in the
Oh,
air,
he got him with the blade, did he?
blade sliced his neck,
Oh.
and
What, intentionally or?
well,
Wow.
there is a police
Wow.
investigation going on right now as to whether or not that's the case.
That's
I would like to think
When your feet are made of blades.
why would you lift your foot that high? If you were hit the wrong area, so if you
He's
look
not
at the
like
video,
slipping, is he?
check the video out, guys. He got like shoulder bars and he kind of leans right, and then I could imagine that you might end up sort of lifting your foot.
It
But
looked a bit like one of those flying, like, kung fu kicks.
Yeah, like the fucking Last Airbender or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have heard that this guy apparently is known for sort of being heavy-handed and sort of violent on the field and stuff.
It is ice hockey, though. That is kind of like
Yeah.
one of the main things of ice hockey is they like just fucking take their helmets and gloves off and start.
Well, they're
It's
padded
such
up
a
to
rough
the
game.
hill.
Hunting
Yeah,
each other
it's
in
such
the
a
head.
rough
You know,
game. Like,
It's like American football. They've got all the fucking gear. No idea.
Yeah, but no, they take their helmets off though and then start bare knuckling each other in the
Yeah.
face, and that's legal. Like that's allowed.
there's so much fighting in that
But you
sport.
look at it, and they do have shoulder pads, I think, and all the rest. But here, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and whether or not there should be, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, nothing like that has ever
That's why they
happened
started
in the
wearing
UK.
cups in cricket, wasn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean,
fucking
obviously,
protect the testicles.
a massive trigger warning if you don't like blood and gore, do not watch the video because it is really gory and quite disturbing.
Well, I have not seen it. I've seen the
Have you
sort
not?
of well,
You hear about
I've
it.
seen the bit where it happens and then he falls down and then he kind of gets up semi and then gets down. And I know there's another bit when he starts like, doesn't he traverse like half the fucking field?
Well, he tries to get off the rink.
Yeah.
So, like, when it first happens,
I don't want to see it. I
when
just don't want to.
I mean, when it first happens, the immediate sort of aftershock, and the guy's obviously realizes he's in trouble, and then he starts to try and skate off the rink, and then he just with blood all over the ice.
I just type in Hawk playing
I-
Let's find out.
Right, so he falls over, right? Now he kind of tries to get up and then stacks it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So I haven't seen past this point.
This is it. Boom, down he goes.
This is it.
Yeah.
So it's all okay sort of now.
Tries to get up. The ref's obviously not quite sure the severity of it.
And it's now.
And
There's
I haven't
the blood,
seen
there's
this
the
point.
blood.
Oh,
Like, he's
Jesus.
just
So he
fucking-
actually
yeah.
tries to fucking.
like-
Yeah, the ref's like
gushing.
holding. Oh my days, that's
Yeah, I'm
fucking
glad it
mental.
ended there. See, this is the thing. The human body is amazing at just going, right, boom, adrenaline, you can't feel a thing.
Dude's just up on his
He just
feet,
cracks
fucking
on.
rolling. Well, mate, I got that fucking hole in the side of my head, don't I? Like, my hair don't grow anymore. I have that fucking metal pole going into the side
I've
of my
never
head.
really asked about that.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
that?
So can you see it? Like just here?
Oh yeah,
My
yeah.
hair doesn't grow there anymore.
I didn't know you
So,
played ice hockey.
No. When I was a slimmer man, I used to mountain bike quite a lot, and I come off the bike and a metal pole went into the side of my head. And I didn't even know it had happened until literally like get up, walk my bike over, go meet the boys, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And I look down, I'm wearing a white t-shirt that's now red, and I'm like, "Oh,
That's horrific.
oh." Call an ambulance!
Ambulance!
Somebody call an ambulance! Oh. But yeah,
So if you watch this video, you're sort of thinking, how on earth is that?
it all happens very fast. I don't feel, you know what?
The guy
right?
like jumps in the air
I
with
don't
his
feel like
feet
it's
first.
intentional though. I don't feel like it's like, oh, he's not gone over there to kill the guy, has he? Like, I agree that yes, there's limits in it, but when shit's happening that fast, because I mean, literally the like, what the hit is like what half a second. Like it's not like he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna chop this dude's fucking head off with my ice skates.
he will not be done for murder or even manslaughter, I don't think. What can you do as a police force in the UK when all you've
you
got
see
is
is a
the
full
footage that
contact
everyone
sport,
else has seen?
and
Yeah, it's a full
everyone,
contact.
yeah, literally, like it's sorry to say, but it's a risk you run when you play these sports, and they literally have blades on their feet. Like, you know what? If he'd fallen backwards and fucking like just hit him in the chin,
Not gonna
or
lie,
something,
I've
like-
been like low key terrified when I've just gone ice skating
Mate,
at fucking Guildford
Well, yeah,
Spectrum
you
and
think
been
you
like,
let people
just
on the
going in
ice.
slow
what's the
circles.
worst case? Like you feel the blades that you hire as well, and they're blunt as fuck.
Well,
but
you,
if that
you
hit your
fall
neck,
over. Yeah, you fall over and
dead.
there's some little kid can't stop, mate, and they just fucking step on you by accident.
Oh mate, yeah, and they're the blunt safety blades.
yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
guys, the blades these guys play with are like
fucking,
precision.
yeah, motherfuckers
Wait, are they
skating on
actually
samurai
sharp then?
swords. Yeah, their ones are. Like they're the blades that fucking thing are sharp, but
I thought they were just a little
of course, no, of course they're sharp, bro. Like, how the fuck do you think they shuffle like so quick? Motherfuckers literally cutting through the ice.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't do it. Pal.
They like
Couldn't
diamond
do
cut
it.
them. They
I
like
swear-
it's like proper.
Diamond
It's
cut.
like it's like skating on knives.
I guess what would the equivalent be of another dangerous sport like motor racing? I guess.
Mate, you know what though? You watch the fucking
I would
TT.
do motor racing.
You watch the TT.
Yeah.
I would rather have.
Yeah, but that's not someone else killing you,
meat-
though, is it? That's you killing yourself.
You know, don't you? So what? Someone hits you. What? Someone blocks you.
That's
what?
not
Someone
murder.
fucking runs you off the road. Like, there's so many things that you can just.
Yeah, I
Like-
would rather have 1.5 meters of metal in front
Oh
of
yeah,
me.
someone's just like holding their fucking GoPro camera out, but then all of a sudden some guy comes around the corner at 200 miles per hour and it hits him in the face. Like, there are too many little fucking scenarios.
Oh
that
yeah,
just
yeah,
come
like
into
rally
play.
drivers when they hit the spectators and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
What was?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, but why the fuck do they stand so close? That is
on that side of the
retarded.
bend as well.
Yeah, like it must be a thrill. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
would not be
Man,
standing.
I
that
love when you
close.
watch some guy like just fucking nonchalantly though, just like there holding his phone recording. There's a video of some guy on a phone chatting to his mate, and some fucking motocross rider comes round the corner at like 100 miles per hour, and he just wraps his fucking his bike around a tree, and the guy stood in front of the tree, not behind it, and all he does is jump over it, like he's just like jump the fucking thing, and he just stays on the phone. He's just like, whoop, and he's like, oh, we good, baby, we good. He's just like, yo, you won't believe what just happened, bro. Just watch some cunt just wrap himself around a tree and just jumped over him. Like,
Oh my god!
like he's not obviously having this.
Some people are so like desensitized to like the most
It
ridiculous
was nuts.
things.
I was like, this dude has just jumped over what would have literally just cut him in half, and he's just still on the phone with his mate. Just like I would have been like, fuck, throwing my shit like. Would have been like
Screaming like a little girl.
Like, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And yet he's just like, yo, oh man, you won't believe what just happened, bro.
It just goes to show, though, doesn't it? Like, even when I used to play football, the worst injury I ever had was the fucking my own goalkeeper coming out and slide tackling me accidentally. And I broke my foot. And I was like,
hold up, wait a minute, I'm
Bruh.
coming to fuck you up.
I'm on your team, motherfucker. Fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah,
No shots,
dealing
but a
with
skittle.
I don't get me wrong, I do like ice skating when I go. My sister's quite good at it, but
Fuck that shit.
I just don't want to be sliced up by someone's blades
You know what, though,
on their
bro?
feet.
We're going fucking... we're going snowboarding soon, bro. You could fall off a mountain quite as easily.
Yeah, that is true. I don't want to end up like Michael Schumacher. Rest in peace. Wait, is he dead?
No, he's
dead,
not
is he?
dead.
He's just a vegetable, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking
Vegetable.
right, and we are ending the podcast there.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for.
Well, we've had
What
fun.
is the recap today? Don't become a vegetable on the mountain.
Don't sexualize signs at half marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. Long
Go to
story
Comicon.
short, go to Comicon and do hot wings.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Guys,
We've been the long story short. Take care. Good night.
See you
Much
next
love.
time.
Pleasure.
Much love.
much love.
Much love.